Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're trying to help Edgeworth, well that's the goal anyway, and a very familiar name has popped up, that being Grossberg. So it looks like we're going to be off to Grossberg's next to see what's going on. Didn't expect to see this guy again, but here we go. December the 25th for Grossberg Law Offices. Ahem! Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha! You're Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright. Aha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir? Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course, you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? Well, first, let's snoop around your office a little bit. Still hasn't got that painting back. Why is the wall there a different colour? A big painting was hanging there until recently. Huh, what happened to it? Well, he gave it to someone. I bet he gave it to some romantic interest. Love blooms eternal, Nick. No. Yeah, we're not going to go into that, I guess. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep lustre. Hey Nick, I want a desk like that in our office too. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to sit at a desk like that yet. Huh? I meant for me. You better start saving your allowance then. Yeah, that's a fancy desk. What's the deal over here? A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that light is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. We should put things on our client table too. I'm not really into smoking. We could put out candy or gum. Classy. Yeah, so it's the same things that Phoenix is saying there, but actually the response is different because, what is it? Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Well then, let's take them back to our office. He won't miss them. We don't need them. Then can we take that wooden bear? It is kind of cute. It doesn't give us the option to take it though, of course. Alright, well, first off, let's present our badge, because that seems to be actually having some sort of effect now. You've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mia would be if she could see you now. She said she was more worried about me than anything. Ah, just go on and take the compliment, will you? Yeah, take the compliment, come on. Okay, what happened? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. That painting. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old bitter desserts. Wait, can we not ask him anything else? Maybe we've got to present something. Okay, let's show him the painting. We've clicked to look at it. So, this is the moment the crime took place, eh? Yes. You can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. Okay. Do you know anything about this? My apologies. Okay, so he's not interested in that. Autopsy? Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. ... Ah! Did you remember? He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond. And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? Interesting. Okay. So this camera on the lake takes a photo whenever it hears an explosion sound? That's what she said. And it just happened to be set up on the beach pointing out on the lake? Yes. She said it was to photograph shooting stars. Shooting stars, explosions. What's the connection? I'd be suspicious of that witness of yours. I didn't think about that, but maybe. Okay, we can ask about Hammond now. Who is this Hammond guy anyway? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL-6 incident. What the hell is the DL-6 incident? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Ah, so it ties into that. Their mum. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Miss Fay, your mother contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. Okay, DL-6 incident. The DL-6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fay used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL-6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL-6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. Oh my god, okay. What? His father? So now there's even more ties to Edgeworth. This is getting interesting. If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Misty Fay's photo added to the court record. Okay. Interesting. Well, can we present that back to him and see what he says? Misty Fay, mother of Maya Fay. Show this photograph to Mr. Marshall. Okay, you have something to say to you then. Cool. Well, I guess now we go back to Edgeworth then. December the 25th, Detention Centre Visitors Room. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defence? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Okay. I think probably he's not going to answer any questions until we show him this, I would imagine. But I do want to show him this just to see what he says. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? ... What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Okay. Okay, the photo. Oh, he's angry at that. ... Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL-6 incident. Right, DL-6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL-6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Excellent. Okay, fine. Grossberg has helped us out. The DL-6 incident. The DL-6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. ... My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested, a man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. I thought he was going to say that Hammond was the murderer. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. So it's going to look like he got revenge for the fact that this guy got his father's killer cleared and killed him, isn't it? That's going to be what it looks like. But there's got to be more to it. That spirit medium, that was my mum. What? You mean your... ... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The DL-6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December the 28th. December the 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitation runs out legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL-6 will be closed forever. The suspect. What happened to the suspect, the one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case, so we don't know who the suspect actually is. Your father. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. ... I'd rather not talk about it. ... Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? No, we're not going to do it, sorry. Of course we will. Who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind, I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Excellent. Well, I guess we should... ... What's that? Earthquake! Nick, it's a big one! Whoa! It's calming down. Phew! That was scary. Was it actually an earthquake? Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There! He's on the floor in a ball shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We'll have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. Alright, well, we'll leave We'll leave Edgeworth on the floor in a ball, and we'll head to the Criminal Affairs Department, I suppose. December 25th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. What's going on in here? Eek. What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Alright, well. We can ask about these things. So, what did Miss Hart say? She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She can do that? How is she going to do that? That's just going to blur even more. Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great. In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow. Huh? What happened to the other witness? Well, apparently there was a cancellation. A cancellation? Tomorrow's trial. I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out. I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's got to be something I've overlooked. Edgeworth. Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you've still got time, pal. Go talk to him again for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Edgeworth. Okay, well, just so happens that we have this. Look what I got. Dot dot dot. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start the new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact to it a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go and eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. So there's obviously something going on with Edgeworth and the earthquakes. Maybe some past trauma or something? Dot dot dot. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes, okay? I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Good question. To be continued. Alright, so I imagine that means we will be in court. So, that is where we will leave it for now. I guess we're going to go into court immediately in the next episode. But that is it for this one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Tumbly Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James, and Zolties, and I'll see you next time.